Alright, it is 10:03. Let's go over two trades. One of them was a bit of a scratch. The second one did not work out, but I could have traded that one a lot better. Let's go over the first one, which is AMST 943. I did buy some right here, and it was at 60, basically 68 is when I entered. And why? Well, I got in it because ideally it would have been better if I was in at 65 right when this was breaking above VWAP. I saw it when it was following this downtrending trend line. It tried to get above it here, and then it came back down, and then it came back down one more time under VWAP, and then it started to turn around. And this could have been a better entry at 65 once it was breaking above VWAP, but I did take into consideration once it was breaking above this tiny range here at 66, and I got in, and I was in at 68, and I essentially just had a trend line and was planning to sell if it was going to break under it. I did sell some in the 70s, just 20 shares at 71, which was right here, and then I sold some more at 71.5 the same minute, and then I sold 50 shares at 70, almost 71 in the same minutes, and it just looked like it wasn't going to last. It seems like it was just running out of steam. It just wasn't as explosive as I thought it could have been for it to really uptrend and make a move towards the high day or something like that. And then I did sell the majority of my position at 945, and this was at 69.04. Why? Because it looked like it was going to break the trend line that I had here, and it did. It actually closed right at the trend line, but it broke it the next minute, and that was it for that one. Now the volume is fading. It's no longer holding above VWAP, so there's nothing I want to do with this one anymore. And then I had a trade with this one. This one really just sucked. I just traded this one horribly at 948. Now, first thing, I should have taken into consideration that this is a very wicky stock. You can see there's a wick here, there's one here, there's one here. So, the fact that I was trading this because it was breaking around this 560 resistance level, I had a very tight risk level, which is something I shouldn't have done for this stock. I should have had a wider risk level because it does do wicks, or I should have done something where maybe if it actually closes under my risk level, I'll cut it. But the risk level I had was just way too tight considering this thing wicks. That's one issue I have with this one. And yeah, I was in it right here at 560, and I just thought, if it breaks under the breakout level, I'll just get out, even if it tries to do it later, which it actually did do right here. I did get in at 948, which was right here at 562. So right around here is when I got in. And what happened was this. I don't know how this happened, but I'm going to make sure I don't do something dumb like that. But essentially, I drew a trend line, I drew another one, and then once it was breaking under this level of 560, which I shouldn't have had as my risk level because again, this is a very wicky stock. I should have just sold immediately, and I would have gone out for maybe like break even for the most part, maybe $1 or something small, but I lost a little more than I should have because for some stupid reason, this was available right here. I was somehow able to click, which is grayed out right now, the short thing, and I just clicked there instead of here. Another fat finger mistake, and then it was on a limit when I should have had it on market. I don't know what happened there, but I got out at the very bottom, and that was essentially it right here. So again, at 948. I was in it at 562, and I got out when it did break under 560 at 556. So right around here at the very bottom of this candle, that was completely stupid. I don't mind that it came back and then it uptrended. I just should have had a better risk level, and I shouldn't have screwed up like that. I guess the more mistakes you make, the less likely you're going to make more mistakes, I guess. But that was just so dumb. And I did take away most of what I was actually, you know, I guess the little trade I had with AMST. I'll make an update later. I don't really want to trade this one after that. And AMST again, it has to regain above VWAP to be interesting. This is a sketchy OTC, don't really want to trade it. This one is interesting. I'll keep watching this. And yeah, I'll make an update later if I find something else. It is 11:32 p.m. and I'm here to call it off. Overall, I'm going to be up on a day just $2.33. Really unhappy with the second trade. I think I went over it. I just had a really Stupid risk level because they had wicks, and then I didn't sell when I was supposed to because I fat fingered. Ideally, I don't do something like that again. This could have been a break even trade, and then I mean, it would have been a little more profitable. I did not go over this one. I'll go over this one with IREN. I did trade IREN, and that was at 10.15. Let me zoom in some more. I did buy this because this was like a dip under VWAP setup after it had a super nice run up and it had its first downtrend. And I thought if it could be very aggressive, it could drop under VWAP, find a bottom, start to turn around, break above VWAP, try to test the day high, and then maybe even try to break out even more. And maybe not the best timing because a lot of them that do break the day high end up doing it around 11 or 12 p.m. But that was the idea here. I did buy 50 shares at 10.15, which was right here at 271. And I was selling in the uptrend, but I didn't like how I ended up getting out at 1021 right here. I didn't like how it took such a long time for it to try to make a move towards VWAP. And then when it had this move right here, you see the volume? I didn't like how it had all of this volume happen and it made this move towards VWAP and then it started to sell back under. And that was like a super big red flag. It just showed that all of the people who are going to buy this up, there's going to be a seller and it's not going to let it uptrend because it's just too much selling pressure. So I did get out of it for that reason. And what do you know? 3 minutes later, it did sell off right here. And my average sell was 274. And that was just a scratch. It was a very small profit. And that was pretty much about it in terms of what I traded. But I do like how a lot of these eventually did a turnaround around 11 or 12. Um, p.m. or I guess 12 p.m. or 11 a.m. You can see this one eventually did follow this downtrending trend line. It tried to break past it here and uptrend, but it sold off. And then after an inverse head and shoulders here, shoulder, head, shoulder, or you can call it here, shoulder, head, shoulder, it made a move. Yeah, it made a move from what, the 50 cent level to 55, and then it put up higher lows and it did get above VWAP and it got as high as 66. So that could be something I could have traded. This one, yeah, this is the OTC. I didn't really have an interest in this one, but it did break the high. It tried here, it failed, put up a higher low, and then it tried to do it and it did it. Very, very sketchy for me. I don't want to trade OTCs as much as I used to. This one is also similar, although it's a bit more aggressive. You can draw a trend line right here and broke it here. No inverse head and shoulders, which isn't as ideal for me because I like seeing multiple confirmations. But this one did eventually turn around after a while, especially when it broke above this 255 range right here. It did try to make a move just under VWAP to 270. And after another higher low, it did actually break past it and get to the 290. So that's impressive. And then this one, very similar to IREN, an aggressive one, and this one actually managed to hold near its highs. Very interesting how it's right at the previous day high. So this could be something where maybe it opens above it or it breaks it in the morning. It could be a nice morning spike, and then we're going to have this resistance level to worry about. This could be a nice setup for tomorrow. We could also sell off with some offering news and have a gap down, who knows. But I'll definitely be looking at this. Um, I'll definitely be looking at this one as a priority. And yeah, that's about it. Hopefully I don't screw up like I did with this trade right here. Good try with AMST. The VWAP setup right here. I guess it would be better to do it here because I can zoom in. It was a good try for what it was. Again, this one was an entry back at 943, so that was right here. Didn't really get to the day high, but it did make a nice uptrend and I sold into that. That's it for today.